There we go. Sorry, getting the options set up for this particular scene. There we go. Hey there, strangers. It's time for another 2 p.m. PST Twitch stream. I'm your host, Strangebird Jim. And today we're going to be getting back into my Finish What I Started series. We have... well, I missed out last week. Wasn't feeling all that great. Got my second vaccine shot, so kind of knocked me out for a couple days. So, um, I had my shot on Saturday, and it kind of carried over on Sunday and Monday. So, had a little bit of difficulty on that. So apologies on missing out last week. So, today we are going to be getting back into my work on the website that I have, and we're going to continue working on it to get it to a point where we can start helping people with it. So, obviously I'm not, it's not at a point where I can really consider it live, even though technically the website is live. There's really no way for me to really handle that per se. It's not uh, the well. I put up like a beginning uh, splash screen for it kind of thing, but I haven't really done anything more than that. So, um, one second, I'm just getting myself set up for some music and like, so I can have that in the background. And no, sorry, with the idea of this eventually going up on my YouTube channel, I can't really play the music. So, plus I don't necessarily want to get any kind of like copyright strikes. So, um, yeah. Uh, there's there's some people that would say, well, listen to non-copyright. Well, I did at one point in time and got hit with like 6 different copyright claims on a video that I did one time. I did uh, marbles on um, marbles on stream with marbles, um, and I played some non-copyrighted music. Supposedly, it was a playlist, and um, I put it up on YouTube, and got hit with like 6 different claims. I was like, going, okay, well, can't really trust that. So, I mean, the claims could have been fraudulent, but whatever. Okay, so um, we're going to be covering the um, we're going to be kind of covering all of the database construction for the website, or at least continuing it from last time. Now, if I remember correctly, did I? I know I just kind of created a an initial look and feel of it. So 1 second, let me go ahead and bring up the program here real quick. Um, okay, that's not what I wanted. Sorry, just looking for the program here. Hold on. Let me do this. Alright, did I not include a link to it? I thought I did. Pardon me, folks. Um, well, just to let anyone know, I do want to let folks know that I do have a stream team available. So if you're interested in um, working with me on that particular team, the application is down below. We're looking for anyone that streams or doesn't stream. Basically anyone. Anyone that is willing to kind of team up is all welcome. So, uh, yeah, the link is down below on my Twitch About page, and um, a link to the Google document talking about the stream team is also down below. So, now where did I put that damn link? I thought I put it in my programming folder, but apparently not. Let's see, let me look through my... I have a basically a database creator that I had from my last job, so I'm just kind of using it, and in the meantime, so that I can just kind of generate um, the script that I want to kind of use to build the database overall. Now, I'm not a master when it comes to database design there, folks, so you'll have to kind of cut me a little bit of slack on it. I'm still fairly noobish when it comes to development in SQL. So, God damn it. I can't believe I'm blanking on the name right at the moment. um, and unfortunately, I can't really find the link for it either, and that's what's kind of throwing me off. Apologies. Um, okay, there's that. There we go. Thought I put a link to it before, but it didn't. Probably didn't really stick very much. Okay, so let me move that over here. Okay. Now let me see. for some reason, um, my issue that I had 2 weeks ago um, for trying to actually log in. Um, was still in effect today. Let's see. Mm, okay. Sorry, folks. I'm still trying to make sure that everything's kind of working properly. Problem. Okay. What's going on here? Hmm. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what is going on. Why am I still kind of blocked? There it is. Okay. There we go. I wonder if it's the same password. Oh, god damn it. Can't seem to get it to work. Ah. Alright. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. Let's see. Um, okay. Let me get this going for everybody here. Sorry about the wait. I'm just trying to do some administrative on over here on the side. Okay, uh, so just to kind of um, show, where the website is currently at for those of you that don't really know. Here's the website. Um, but uh, so the for those of you that aren't aware, um, we have basically two groupings of people that are going to be accessing the site. What I call givers and receivers. Um, so I'm just trying to build um, the table for the givers right at this moment in time. Kind of build out what the um, build up what we're gonna have there. So um, let's see. Okay. There we go. Okay. Okay. There we go. Ah, finally. So there we go. There's our. That's what we have on the back end, and it's been a while since I've messed with it, so I'm obviously behind on everything that I need to kind of take care of. Um, and obviously, I'm still fairly new on website design and like, so uh, please be gentle. um, okay, looks like everything is good there. Okay, so um, now I can't do any kind of like paid tools or anything along those lines. I don't have the cash for that. So a lot of this stuff is going to be pretty much free plugins for the most part, um, to kind of build this site up. Now, um, one of the things that I'm going to want to do at some point in time is um, have access to the database and build up the everything kind of contained within it. So it's been a while since I've worked on this. So um so yeah. Before we really kind of get back into that, let's continue uh, with our database construction from last time. So um, so let's see. We have um, close that down for now. I want a separate window here. Come on. Ah, okay. We'll just move that over there. There we go. Okay, so a little bit of difficulties. Sorry about that. Okay, so the giver is going to be individuals that are going to be helping out the receivers, or at least the majority of the givers are going to be individuals that are going to be helping out the receivers. That doesn't necessarily mean that they can't also be a receiver. Okay. Um, I was thinking about it, and it's like, well, while they might be willing to kind of help out, um, you know, other people, you know, uh, like through like a GoFundMe or whatnot. Okay. Um, it doesn't necessarily mean that they can't put down their own charity that they like as well. They should be able to be a receiver as well. So, um, we should be able to kind of give them the option to create a receiver account as well. Um, so now that doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be, yeah, they have to have a receiver account. They don't need to have one. Um, so the foreign key to the receiver database shouldn't necessarily be, um, can be null, meaning that, it's not going to be um, something that, that they can kind of, uh, it will be, um, that that they're going to be able to kind of create, both at the same, so, um, Now, some of this might actually be kind of controlled by, other applications. Um, I've been trying to um, create uh, a way for them to kind of log in, securely. So, and that might be handled automatically. Um, you know, so I might not necessarily need it, but um, we're gonna go ahead and kind of put this down anyway. Um, and then um, user receiver count, which will be a foreign key, um, can be null. Um, Now they could probably put it under like a different email address if they really wanted to, but um, which if they want to do it that way, then they can, obviously. Um, um, Now another thing that I should be aware of as well is that um, mm, a receiver might be willing to kind of help out with someone else's account. Like maybe they know a method of employment or something like that. They see someone as another receiver. They see that the fact that they're in the same kind of profession and they have a contact that they can give to another receiver. I may want to um, give receivers a little bit of a method of looking at um, looking at like other details, you know, like have them have access to like the YouTube and Twitch, for example. Um, so um, so limited search on monetary. I don't know if that's how you that's how you spell it. I'm pretty bad when it comes to spelling here, folks. So, did I spell it right? I did. Okay. Um, through other receivers. There we go. Okay, so Okay, so last we kind of left off, we were kind of working on the subscription amounts because, the givers are the only ones that are going to be charged. So, um, okay. Um, hmm. Okay, let's see. Like I said, a lot of this could probably be handled through like another application through WordPress. So a lot of this might be already handled for the most part, but we'll see. Um, like for example, the recurring payment, it might already be taken care of through WordPress. So mm, okay, let's go ahead and copy all of that, and we'll put it over here on the receiver. Save that real quick. Okay. Hmm. Thinking I should probably name these a little bit different. Instead of just user ID, I should probably um, change it with like, receiver. Let's see. Let's see. I don't want to replace this one, so otherwise I'd say replace all, but there you go. Let's do the same exact thing over on the giver as well. So let's see. Skip that one. There we go. That way, if there's any like changes later on in the database, like if they need to like create any additional queries or anything along those lines, then they'll know that um, one particular query is about givers and one particular query is about receivers, for example. It makes things a little bit more readable. If I was if I was talking about, user ID, they would have to kind of figure out, what table am I referencing on it. With this naming convention, it's already determined. So um, now with receiver, we don't need to worry about subscriptions. We don't need to worry about payments. We don't necessarily need to worry about, receiver account because it is a receiver account. Now, let's see, I don't need a ton of information from them. I don't need their actual address, so I can get rid of that. Can get rid of their city, don't need that. Um, okay, and don't need zip. Don't need phone. So that's the bare bones of it. So um, actually, no, that I still need to put religion here. Okay, now here's where things start getting interesting because um, this is information that should be searched on, and it should have like a, when we search the database, we're not searching through all the receivers, we're searching through, you know, um, each of these topics in particular. So, hmm, should I make a table for each one of these? Or should I make one large table for all of it? I mean, because there's a lot of information here. Or a lot of potential information. Hmm. I think it might be best for me to kind of go with a table for each of these. So Go find me. Go. Okay. Then we do. Hmm. Yeah, let's make ourselves quite a few of these here. Actually, hold on. Let's hold off on that. Let me figure out this one first because I'm going to be kind of copying them a bit. Um, so we need a um, let's see. Um, Find me entry ID. Let's see. For basically it's going to be um, the primary key there. So same with this one, primary key. Matter of fact, let me go ahead, save these real quick. Let me go ahead and put that one in. Primary key there. Hmm. I'm not quite sure what I want to do with this one here. I'll have to think about that a little bit more. Okay. So you have the primary key. Um, I'm almost wondering if I need to have like some kind of controller of all these, you know, basically kind of being held uh, under one manager. Um, so, uh, so let me see. Uh, Receiver info manager. Their info manager ID. Basically, I'm gonna kind of have um, the receiver manager up there so that it will access this one, which will basically kind of hold on to everything that they've kind of created. That's the idea. So, okay. Let's see. Go find me. A page. HR 255. Actually, it might be even larger than that. I'll just put that down for now. Find me. Details. Just do note. Now, again, I might need to kind of change this a little bit, but for the small note and like. Now, we're gonna need to do one to many along those lines. So that's one of the reasons why I'm thinking about doing a manager, but not quite sure how to go about making sure that is like that's kind of maintained. So the GoFundMe info doesn't necessarily need to have information concerning the receiver contained within it. It's the receiver that has the information. So but at the same time, if they're doing a search for a specific we're doing like a search through the GoFundMe, then how will they know which receivers? Database design. There's a reason why I didn't really want to take it too much. Oh well. Okay, I think we'll start off with this for now. We'll just kind of make multiples of them. Okay, so What was the... damn it. There it is. Okay. Patreon. Tube. Twitch. Sponsorship. Vimeo. Cash App. PayPal. There you go. Let's see. Employment. Oh, wait. Let's see. Loans. Car loans. Let's see. Hospital. Bills. Bill. I'm just doing this for my own sake, so I know which table to kind of modify accordingly. So, oh wow, I actually pasted enough tables for the most part. Okay, now that we have that all taken care of, let's go back up here and we'll start um, modifying these accordingly. So, um, let's see. I mean, a lot of this is pretty much a duplicate um, of the previous. So, I mean, I can pretty much keep with the same kind of information for the most part. You know, yeah, I know I'm gonna probably need to be changing a lot of this because certain web pages and like might not necessarily fit within the 255 character limit that I'm putting there. Um, I mean, some should, but um, you know, some charities might have like extra to them. You know, it could be like a small charity that doesn't really know um, how to like make a website, uh, so their address might be extremely long or something like that. You know, who knows? Um, so Um, there's that. Okay. Sponsorship. And now. Cash App. PayPal. Employment. Let's see. Um, Loans. Car loans. Let's see. Federal bills. Let's see. I'll just do credit bills. You know, on this line, I need to put the card in there. Let's see. Charity. Uh, Nonprofit. And then other. Alright. So now that we have all that kind of handled for the most part, let's look in on this a little bit more here. So, um, let me make sure that we have this kind of taken care of here. So, GoFundMe is done. Patreon is done. YouTube is done. Twitch is done. So we can kind of scroll this all the way down past Twitch. Don't need to worry about that anymore. Sponsorship. Um, oh, move down a little too quickly there. Okay. Sponsorship. Let's see. We need notes. Web link. I think that's along the lines of I was thinking about it like another kind of web page. So um, so once again we're looking at another email address, email, domain situation there. Um, so we can just go ahead and do that. Okay. So Venmo, Cash App, PayPal are all similar to what we have above, so we can kind of skip on that. So now we are at employment. So okay. So this is a little bit different here. Let's go ahead and save it. Save early, saved often. Okay, so employment web page, small note. Let me go ahead and kind of organize this a little bit more according to what we have here. I don't necessarily want to mess things up a little bit. Okay, so um, we want city. Let's see. Um, okay, we want relocation, which is more of a Boolean than anything else. Um, actually, um, could always put in like a maybe option in there. Um, you know, you can have like different options like um, willing to relocate, yes, no. Um, we could do something like uh, you know, willing if necessary, or um, like needs assistance. So could be there could be multiple options on this. So um, not just yes or no. Should have multiple options. Okay. Employment, profession, which is probably going to be keeping with that for the most part. So you want to have the email address and domain again. There we go. And now CSV. This is more of a file storage than anything else. And I'd want to um, I would need to want I'd want to maybe check that for um, like an antivirus. Uh, Basically, if someone was to upload a virus into this particular parameter for the file, then um, I don't want to cause um, I don't necessarily want to cause the givers difficulty by this. Now, I'm not gonna, you know, um, I'll probably like, have to give a warning. Um, Warning to givers that file may not be Uh, file may um, may be harmful. I'll see what I can do to try um, to kind of guard against that, but um, I'm gonna want to try to, I'll try to give some amount of, or I'll see what I can do about trying to give some amount of, um, what's the word I'm looking for? Protection for the givers, but I mean, if a hacker or someone like that wants to cause harm, then they will try to find a way. Obviously I'll need to do what I can to try to block against that, but um, but I can't always guarantee that, you know. So let's see. I should probably also have that same kind of warning for all the web links as well, because um, it might not be directed to the site in question. So, so clicking on a link might be, something that I should warn them about first. So, uh, that link may be harmful. Okay. They're just putting information down on here, so um, there shouldn't be a particular link along those lines. Um, so there we go. Okay, I think that's good for the employment for now. Okay, so our home loan is going to be a little bit different here. Um, we're going to need to do, let's see, it's not necessarily a web page. Um, let's see, what's the proper name for the company that hands out home loans or hands out loans. Um, Proper name for um, 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 uh, um, RG lender. That's that's the term that I'm looking for. Okay, so okay, gonna want an account number here. So account number, that's an int. And then amount, uh, it's more of a float. It might be something a little bit different. Um, you know, obviously uh, I'm gonna have to kind of smooth things out a little bit to uh, make sure that all of these are um, I make sure that there's no possible way of, or I need to try to make sure that all of them are kind of set up in such a way where we don't allow for any potential attacks or anything along those lines. Um, you know, uh, you know, for example, um, which one was it again? Yeah, there it is. Sanitize your database inputs. This is just um, this is just a simple um, example of something that could potentially happen. So I need to basically kind of guard against that. You know, um, so little details like that. So XKCD, always fun. Okay. Um, okay, so um, we're pretty much done with the home loan. So now we're down to the car loans. Um, which is pretty much the same as the home loans. So we can probably just go ahead and do like a copy paste on that, to be honest. Okay, so lender, note, account number, and the amount. Yeah. Um, Same with the hospital bills, so we can just go ahead and copy all that again. There we go. Same with the credit card. Nope, wait, go ahead. Paste all this. There we go. Let's see, charity. Web page and a note. Web page and a note. And web page note, and we'll add the email in there. There we go. Okay, so um, now how do I create a version that has like multiple? Hmm. Let's see. Let's see. Multiple foreign key and table. Yeah, you can have, you can have as many multiple foreign keys as you want in a table. It might get a little confusing, but, or at least to my knowledge, you can have as many as you want. I don't think they limit, I don't think any kind of database limits the amount of foreign keys, but um, how many foreign keys can a table have? Oh, okay. 243 and 253 foreign key for references, apparently. According to that. But that's okay because, I mean, I don't have 253 different possible tables right at the moment, so we're good there. Um, but um, I'm gonna need to be able to um, let's see. Um, references to primary key in another table. Hmm. Let's see. Um, it's possible only point to one table, and each table can only have one primary key constraint. Multiple foreign key constraints in the same column. Or a single PK can span multiple columns. Um, hmm. Okay. Let's see. Hmm. Hmm. See, how am I gonna go about doing this? Okay, so there isn't any particular way that I can, um, I mean, each entry into the GoFundMe is going to be its own unique primary key, and I can't necessarily duplicate primary keys on this for obvious reasons. Um, so each entry is going to be separate, but at the same time, I'm going to need to, um, they might fit, you're going to have, say, for example, you have two different GoFundMes for one particular receiver. Um, Now we're gonna create a manager for the receiver that can kind of hold on to um, all the information being presented here. Problem is that um, that might not um, that might not be I can't do like two separate columns here, or I can't keep on adding columns into this particular manager for all the different GoFundMe's or anything along those lines. Okay, that's not good database design. Um, I might need to do um, I might need to kind of create my another separate database to kind of hold on to um, that can kind of group them all together. But how am I going to go about doing that? I'm basically kind of doing the same exact. Um, I'm looking at this and I'm kind of creating the same kind of problem that I was looking at prior. Um, hmm, so, hmm, okay. Huh. What am I gonna do with this? How do I get the mini to one again? Or the one to many, I should say. Um, Hey, Shelly, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. Hmm, what am I gonna do here? Let's see. Find me manager. I'm gonna need to do foreign key for that. I think I need to do medium ints for all that. Um, let's see. So I want to be careful with this because I don't necessarily want to screw up the structure of this, um, here at the very start of it all. Um, I want to be able to kind of, if I need to, I want to be able to kind of hand this over to a database manager and they'll look at it and go, okay. Obviously there's going to be needing a little bit of cleanup, but, I don't want them, face palming through, putting their palm through their entire face, concerning all this. Okay, um, so I need to set it up in such a way where, you know, we don't have that kind of problem later on. How how do I go about doing this? So here, let me kind of write it down here. So we have our receiver, which has the um, info manager. Okay, and that's supposed to hold on to um, the GoFundMe, Patreon, YouTube, etc. YouTube, etc. But the problem is that based off of what I have here, a receiver could have more than one particular GoFundMe at any one particular point in time. Okay, they may have more than one. So how do I do site? Okay, so we have a table that's going to have all the entries and their equivalent primary keys. So we need something that is going to be referencing, um, multiple of them, but we're kind of dealing with the same kind of issue. How do I have one foreign key here pointing to a table that that can have um, multiple references to that? Is it going to be kind of contained within um, within said manager? Will the information contained within this particular table never go beyond that particular manager? I don't know about that. That's the thing. You know, these tables are meant to hold all this information down. So if I was to create a GoFundMe manager table, hmm, let's see. I need some form of list. I know that there's a way to do that. SQL list. Um, is that the way to do what you're talking about? Um, Referring to uphill battle and violent those basic principles relational database designed for no good reason. Strongly advise you to avoid this idea and stick with the process. First normal form, which is first step in database normalization. Process of defining a database based on what the data is, human rights against it, and be able to maintain it easily. No row should be duplicated, which is fine. Um, hmm. And if the column approach was wholly inappropriate. Hmm. Um, okay. Hmm. how am I going to do this? Let's see. Let's see. Um, too many. There it is. That's what I was needing. So find me manager. There we go. Okay, so okay, receiver. Yep. A little bit of a delay here. Hold on 1 second. Excuse me. Save that real quick. Okay, and one fill ID. Okay, there we go. That's what I was kind of needing to do. Um, so basically, for anyone that that hasn't done any kind of database. The idea is, um, so we have our receiver here. Yeah, let me kind of do it this way. We have our receiver, and we're going to basically contain everything that they create, everything that they list out for the creation of their profile here within the info manager. I mean, I could put it all under the receiver, but um, um, but we can do um, we can uh, if we really wanted to, we can have the database kind of search through the receiver info manager to do the search that way. So um, so we may want to have a um, user ID foreign key as well, so that it kind of points back to uh, the receiver, maybe, instead of having to kind of go and try to search through all the receivers and the information contained within that. We can probably just use the search on this particular manager, and it can just then point to the user in question. So, um, but this right here will point to this manager here. Now, okay, hold on. Okay, sorry about that. Um, so this foreign key here is going to basically point to the um, to this particular row, which will have um, which basically has the uh, link back to the receiving info manager, as well as it um, lists all the GoFundMe infos that have been placed on this particular table. So you could say, hey, this particular user one is referencing the GoFundMe information on column, um, on row one, on row two, and on row three, for example. Okay, that's what this is kind of gonna go ahead and do for the most part. So, um, okay, so now that we have that, okay. Um, Again, I don't know why anyone would have like more than one different car loan under one particular receiver group, but Um, I mean, hell, I have enough. I had a hard enough problem just trying to handle one car loan. I would hate to, you know, to think about a family trying to deal with two different car loans. Um, but you never know. You never know. Okay, they may decide that one particular family um like um, like scenario, some grandparents might be trying to help out their grandchildren or something like that. So they create these two different car loans or something along those lines, and now they're in trouble, or something like that, and they need some help. You never know. You never know. Okay, I'm just kind of pointing it out there. Um, so so we'll probably want to do another similar to this, but for the car loan manager. So um, car loan manager. Let's see. Here we go. Obviously, I still need to kind of create the links between the car loan um, info tech here and the actual the other table, but I'll worry about that once I start like really kind of getting into the nitty gritty of it all. I'm just kind of getting a general layout of these tables first before I go right into, you know, before I really need to kind of dive into, what types they are and other other details that I need. So because that's a mess in itself. um, because obviously all this information needs to be stored away, and I need to make sure that I'm storing them properly so that um, I can retrieve them, you know, when we do the searches and so on and so forth. So, okay. Um, so there's that. Um, yeah, so we have multiple managers that we need to create. So let's go ahead and just kind of copy this and paste it again. Um, go. See. Car manager. There we go. Save that real quick. Okay. Still need about 3 more managers. So, okay. So we have Charity manager. Okay. Profit manager. Okay. And now other. Now, obviously, if there's like some like additional um, values that we can kind of add into this or whatnot, then obviously we'll need to kind of create those particular tables, figure out if it's a scenario that might require more than one, um, and um, create the information contained within. But for now, um, uh, this will kind of have to do. Um, so okay, with that in mind, I'm gonna go ahead and kind of do like a copy all this real quick. I'm gonna do a lot of kind of deleting on here, so um, actually, it might have been a little too much for me, actually, now that I look about it. Um, I might have kind of messed myself up a little bit. There we go. Okay. Foreign key, foreign key, foreign key, foreign key, key, foreign key. Okay. Okay, so fund me. Patreon. YouTube. Twitch. Sponsorship. Venmo. Cash App. PayPal. Okay, let's see. Okay. Employment. Okay. Um, let's see. Car loan. Let's see. Hospital. Let's see. Credit card. Charity. Non. Profit. And then, last but not least, other. Okay. So that is our receiver manager. That's where all the information is gonna get stored for each of our receivers. Now now I just need to make sure that we get all the like major details down. You know what the values are gonna be like and all that jazz. I don't think there's really anything else per se that I want to do concerning the receivers. I could be I could be wrong on this. Like, and there might be something completely necessary that I'm just absolutely missing. Um, and if there is, and if you see it, if you know what I'm, if there's something that you feel that I should include um, in this, please let me know because obviously I'm pretty much a newbie when it comes to database design. So, um, so yeah. Um, Obviously, there's a lot more for me to kind of do to get it to a point where I will eventually upload it to, um, to the WordPress database to make sure that what I want to do is handled efficiently. Um, to handle the login screens for the giver and the receiver, um, and uh, obviously there's going to be some details that are automatically and handled by some of the plugins that I use. I get that. Um, the idea from for those of you that's just kind of joining in, the idea is for me to have a general sense of what the database needs to look like in a fashion so that I can um, so while these apps might be set up to kind of give me a general um, I can use these applications on WordPress to create the giver and the receiver database. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to contain all the information that I want to eventually show or uh, handle on the website itself. Okay, so that's the idea behind it all. I'm giving myself a rough idea as to what I want the database to kind of contain, so that um, when we eventually do go back into really kind of working on the database here within the website, I have a general idea as to what I need to do. So that's the plan. Whether or not that plan works out, mm, your guess is as good as mine. But that's what I have to go with right at the moment. So you know, if I'm doing this uh, myself here, I gotta be careful with what I can and can't do. So okay. Um, with that all said and done, um, let's go ahead and start working on the um, additional like details of um, creating a table here. So um, let's see. Create table. Foreign key values. Hmm. They're using ints on all these, but I don't know if I really, I want to, okay. I'm not expecting a huge amount of people to start off with on this website. Okay, I'm sure that it's going to be one of those that is, I'll do what I can to try to advertise it as much as I can, but um, I don't have, this, the idea of this is to be, fairly, um, what, there's a specific term that I I, I have for this website, and I need to make sure that I keep on using it because, um, I don't want anyone to think of it as something else entirely. So, um, I think I was calling it um, like a not-for-profit um, charity company. So I thought I put it somewhere. Oh well. Um, but um, I need to make sure that I don't uh, cause myself some hardship later by when I do make this um, when I do present the pages live, then um, I don't have any like legal problems or anything along those lines. I need to make sure that everything's kind of handled perfectly fine prior to even taking a single dollar in. Okay. Um, so um, so I need to make sure that everything's kind of taken care of. So um, okay. Uh, Now, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly, um, WordPress is under MySQL here. So obviously there's going to be, some amount of difference between um, what what the tables look like. So um, okay. Hmm, I don't need to worry about alter tables. We haven't even gotten to that point yet. It's going to be interesting, when this uh, when this company starts uh, moving forward, then it's going to be interesting trying to tackle, like if I need to like add a foreign key in, that's going to be interesting to try to do. But we'll do what we can. So um, okay. So obviously, hmm, okay. So I see what they were trying to do for go for here. Hmm, can we do? I would like to try to get, you know, um, I could create a table that can kind of work on both. Can I just use this and this as an example and it works on all? That'd be nice. Um, so if that's the case, I'm gonna use this as an example for creating my tables to hopefully be useful across like multiple different styles of SQL. So at least that's the idea. We'll see whether or not um, it works out. So okay. Um, hmm. Is there? Am I really? I'm using like medium int to try to save on space because uh, I'm only given a certain size on this particular website, and if I get like a ton of receivers and like no givers, then I mean I'm gonna have to kind of rely on ad revenue to um, to try to increase the um, and increase the database size if it starts getting to be too large. So I'm trying to minimize um, the data to start off with. So that's the reason why I'm thinking I'll start off with medium int for now. Um, because um, I'm I'm expecting small amounts for now, and if I can save a little bit of space, then even small amounts here or there that has the potential of allowing me to have another receiver added in, for example. Okay, that's my mentality right at the moment. Okay, I'm just trying to save save space where I can. So, am I being a little too much? Maybe. Um, I mean, I'm probably going to cause myself heartache like later on down the line if it does get to a point where I'm going to need an int in terms of you know primary keys. Um, but we can always try to um, change that down the line. So, and hopefully by if okay, if if I'm going to be if this site gets to a point where I'm going to need to change from a medium int to an int, then hopefully by that point in time I'll be making a certain amount of cash to hire a database manager, so that they can start working on, updating the database to the point that it needs to be. Okay, that's crossing fingers, but we'll see. Um, okay. Um, so primary key receiver ID. Okay. That's going to be not null. Okay, now receiver manager is also not null. Religion can be null. Nation could be null. State can be null because those aren't necessary. So password is not null. First name, last name is required. Email address is also not null. Okay, so now, let's see. Okay, so we don't have the foreign keys listed above up here at all. They're being kind of created down here. So what I want to do is pretty much move these down here. So constraint, receiver email domain. Let's see, we'll just do foreign key. Let's see. Foreign key. Let's see. That's going to be referencing email domains. Okay. Let's get the domain ID. Move this down here so I can actually read it. There we go. Okay, so now we're pretty much gonna like copy this for the most part. And we'll do the exact same thing here. Just that. Don't really need that. Okay, now add that in. Oh, wait. Oh, that one. And then referencing this table. There we go. Okay. Now, obviously, there's a lot of other like foreign keys and like here, but thankfully, with the constraints here, that makes things a little bit easier overall. So make a little comment here so that I can know what it's referencing for the most part. Okay, so go ahead and add not null in here. Matter of fact, I should probably do that for all these here. Just kind of change these because I'm gonna need to do the primary key um, for these others here. So oh, wait. Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and replace these. So I don't get them confused later. I'll worry about the foreign keys, in just a second. I want to try to take care of all the primary keys first, so I don't have any kind of like mess ups later. So, hmm. Here, you know what? Am I doing it the hard way? Hmm. Okay. Now with that being done, we can just kind of add these in. Okay. Obviously, I need to add in all the necessary information in these, but so okay. Okay. Gonna do all that. Hey there, Jedi. How you doing there, bud? How you doing tonight? Copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste. Good, thanks. How about you? I'm doing okay, man. I'm doing okay. Just a little bit of, trying to figure out database design. That was the one class that I did not take in college, so, at the time, I didn't necessarily want to take it, seeing that it was an elective at college, but kind of kicking myself a little bit now. Hindsight is 2020, right? All right. Okay, so you hated database classes? Yeah. Uh, 2021. Ah. Okay, so now I'm going to be working on all the foreign keys here, and there's quite a few of them, so um, hmm, can I put all of that in? I can. Awesome. So what we're going to do is we're going to be doing a search for field keys. Let's see. And then I'm just gonna kind of do a replacement of these because I'm gonna need to kind of do kind of a replacement of them anyway. So obviously there's some values that need to kind of be changed, but okay, we can skip that. Yeah. So now, um, we're gonna take this. And then uh, this might be a little bit more than I'm just wanting to try to replace this specific text. So, I don't want to have to kind of manually like put my cursor in the right place. So, just want to do like a quick copy and play and paste and be done with it. So, okay, go. Oh, there we go. Obviously, I need to do some cleanup afterwards, but that's okay. I'm just saving myself some typing here. go. This is pretty much the same for each of them, but skip that one, replace, skip that one, replace, skip that one, replace, skip that one, replace, that one, replace, on, and replace. Okay. Let's see. Place, employment, email, domain. I probably could have done the exact same thing there, but whatever. You know, I had the same kind of like email domain value, but okay, skip that one. Okay. Now we go through here. Replace all these. And okay, we're all done. Well, we're all done there, but obviously there's a lot more for me to kind of do. So, um, clear out all these. Don't need these anymore. And, you know, seeing that I've never really messed with databases myself, you know, just trying to work on this is uh, a little interesting. So, you know, I'm afraid that I'm uh, gonna kind of cause myself some additional difficulties. And did I just have like 2 commas everywhere? I did. Okay. Let's go ahead and replace all those. All right. Let's see. There we go. Have the um, you know, want to make sure that everything kind of, you know, is readable. So, you know, while this is a single line, it doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, I need it to extend all the way across the screen. So, I mean, I could just expand the window out and that's all well and good. But I mean, um, you know, not everybody is gonna have like a large window to kind of use. So, just easier to kind of maintain. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, damn it. There we go. And yes, I know I need to replace all the, foreign key values and all the, tables that it's referencing and the foreign keys within those. I know, I know. uh, I just want to make sure that I kind of clean up everything here. Okay. Let's see. Just a little bit at a time. I'm not in any particular rush on this, so I mean I am, but I'm not. So it's kind of weird. I mean, uh, on one hand, this creating this website will be able to be something that I can basically point at and say, hey, this is something that I made. Um, but at the same time, I know that it's what I'm looking for, what I want to see this website be is a lot more complex than just kind of creating a simple, one page blurb. Okay. Um, I can um, I can leave it to be this and that's it. And basically say, hey, this is something that I created. Everybody's gonna like look at that and go, you're using word space and this is all that you made. So I mean, yeah, it's not fantastic right at the moment, um, but that the idea is, eventually I can kind of point to this and you know people will be able to see the fact that I've put in more, you know, uh, I put in search results, I put in password protections, I put in, more details, I put in, you know, um, pictures and art and the like. Um, so okay, take care of that. Okay, no foreign keys there. There we go. Okay. Okay, it looks like we're pretty much down at the very end of this. Yep, okay. All done there. So now, um, let's see, we need, oh wait. Okay, so this one's done. So we don't need to worry about that. That one's done, so we don't need to worry about that. And that one's done. We don't need to worry about that. So, okay, so now this is where things start getting a little interesting here, because now we're replacing all the values here and above with the other tables. So, problem is that it's not a simple copy and paste or anything along those lines, and I've named them separately so that we can kind of, I mean, on one hand, it's uh, I'm probably causing myself a little bit of difficulty by having like the different naming conventions for, for each of the primary keys. But at the same time, there won't be any confusion for the queries. I don't know. Like I said, um, I'm not a DBA, so I don't know like the best conventions or anything along those lines. I'm just trying to do what I can with what very limited knowledge I have. So, but everybody has to start somewhere, right? So, okay, so what we want to do is, um, we have the receiver here. So what I want to do is I want to take all this because it gets used multiple times. So we're gonna paste that in there. Wait, that's saying that I can't find anything? Weird. Hmm. Weird. Hmm. Okay. Not sure why it's not seeing that as a something to kind of find, but hmm. Yeah, that's just gonna make my job a little bit harder. Okay, so um, So we're going to take that. So I want to be able to kind of paste these here without too much difficulty. Okay, there we go. Place those as well. There we go. So receiver IDs for every single one of these. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Now we do receiver user. There. 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 There and there. There we go. Okay, so now we are looking at all the individual tables that are out there. And that just requires a lot of back and forth for the most part. So um, so fund me. Okay. There we go. Oh wait. We'll have to worry about this a little bit later as well. Or wait, no, I shouldn't really. Because I'm going to be needing to kind of replace these as well, so I don't necessarily want these domain IDs up here as well, so let's see. Let's see, car loan manager, handle that right now. Let's see, hospital manager. Got the primary key, credit manager. Let's see, place those, charity manager. Actually, I think I just did like charity manager ID on these, so Okay. Yeah, well, actually, I should be really careful because one wrong misspelling is just gonna screw you up. So, one wrong letter is just gonna kind of, cause some drama in the creating the tables and like. So let's not do that. Let's try to avoid that. So, okay. Let's see, nonprofit. Okay. Let's see, other manager. Grab the primary key. Okay, so now we have all these to kind of take care of. So, and then we have these to take care of as well. It's like, oh gosh. It's one of the problems with doing a copy and paste. But at the same time, this is allowing me to see what needs to be changed. So, um, okay, so probably the next one that I need to take care of is the Patreon. Yeah. Okay, there's that. Grab the primary key. There we go. YouTube. And I'm gonna copy all that and bring that up here. So, okay. There we go. There we go. That makes things a little bit easier. Okay. Okay, take that. Place these. There we go. Sponsorship. Let's see. Cut that. Replace. Replace. There we go. Vimo. Next. Okay, copy this. Let's see, there it is. Cut that. Replace these. There we go. Cash App. Okay. Replace these. Go. PayPal. There we go. Place those. Here we go. We're getting near the tail end of these, but like I said, there's still more down below here that I need to fix. So, okay, so employment info. Grab that. Cut that. Replace. Replace. There we go. Home loans next. Let's see. Home loan. There we go. Okay. Take care of that. Okay, so we are pretty much clear on the receiver info manager. So it should be good there. Let's see. Now we have these to kind of tackle. So the rest of these should be fine. Like I said, this is for the email domain anyway, so we should be good there. So just these managers now that I need to fix. So car loan manager. Oh wait. Oh no, that's right. That's right. I've already kind of taken care of the I already took care of the managers. Now it's actually referencing the actual table in the car loans. So um, so let's see. Okay. Here we go. Replace that. Replace that. There we go. Okay, hospital. Grab that. Hospital manager. Here we go. Place those. There we go. Okay, credit card info. Okay. Place that. Place those. Okay. getting a little bit closer to where I need to be. Um, at least for like the managers and like I should probably um, copy all these tables down so that I can reference them and basically say, hey, you know, which of these are completed and which one needs some more work. Hmm. Let's see. Um, yeah, let's don't really need that anymore. That was just kind of being used as an example. So don't need those. Okay. Hmm. I wonder. Nope. Still copies it all. Okay. I was kind of wondering if I could kind of get away with not having to worry about copying all the extra if I minimize these, but nope. Nope, can't do that. Okay, so copy all that. Okay, so delete all these. And then I can um, figure out which, if any of these, and which tables are done, which ones still need work. Uh, it just kind of allows me to kind of keep track of uh, what's been completed and hasn't been completed yet. So give me a second while I take care of this real quick. There we go. Okay, so let's see. Oh, not done. And done. Okay, so I was really not careful with that because there's still some of these that I still need to kind of work out here. Um, okay. Okay, so let's see. just gonna kind of put the main files here so that I can, so I know which ones I need to kind of, let's see. So not done, not done, not done. So all these still need to be worked on. Um, receiver user is not done. Um, let's see. I don't think I need the receiver info manager anymore. I think we're done with that one. So we can pretty much close that one down. Let's see. Okay, I haven't given these any particular values or any particular uh, storage amounts. So I think now that I put those in there and all the references are good, I think we're good on those as well. So we need to GoFundMe manager and the car loan manager. We can go ahead and mark those down as being completed, at least for now. Um, I just want to try to get a general idea of everything kind of being done for now. Now, um, I still might need to do some more on these. Like I said, I'm not not a database expert, so there's probably some little details that I'm probably missing that might be necessary for me to make sure that the database kind of remains intact. Maybe, possibly, not sure. Um, we'll see what we can do on this. But for now, I'm just gonna kind of close these for now. So we'll take care of those. Charity manager. Oh wait, credit manager. Okay, yeah. Okay, so charity still has these there, so let's go down and take care of that real quick. Um, like for example, while um, while this might not be um, absolutely perfect here for the most part, um, that's one of the reasons why I'm not going to like highlight this as something that is um, I'm not going to mark this as being done because I still feel like there's still more for me to kind of do for like web page and notes and the like. So hey there, Big. How you doing there, bud? Welcome back to the stream. What you making? Well, today I'm continuing my finish what I started, and one of the things that I need to finish is the website. Um, so um, the um, so with the whole pandemic and everybody on having difficult times, um, people being out of jobs and like um, there was I saw some individuals on Twitter kind of using, what they have to try to help out individual people here and there. And um, I saw it as something that, um, they were helping out like, individual people like, hey, they need like a small hand to try to like handle like this month's rent or something along those lines. Okay, there's some people just kind of trying to handle uh, um, you know the these um, problems that folks are having, just trying to get by for the most part. And I was thinking that while that's good and that these individuals are helping out those folks, I figured that it could be expanded into something more. It can be kind of um, you know that you know giving some money to these folks that are in trouble, um, are going to be helpful for those folks. But you know, there are other factors that people might need help with. So I figured I'd create myself a website that can try to get to that point of being able to help out those individuals. Okay. Um, and I created this lineup here where I would have individuals that can help out. Whether it's they might be able to help out financially. They might be able to help out, um, just knowing people, having the right kind of connections, you know, whatever they feel like they can help out with. You know, we have that kind of login, and they'll be able to see people that need help. And for these people, I'm basically putting down multiple different um, methods of, you know, like, hey, they need help with their car loan, or they have a hospital bill that's insane, or something along those lines. And, they're just gonna kind of list out, things that they need help with. And, you know, the givers are gonna try to help them out if they can. That's the idea behind the website. So right now I'm building the database that is meant to store the information for both the givers and the receivers. So that's the idea behind this. Um, but obviously there's a lot for me to kind of uh, take care of, a lot of things for me to kind of deal with. So okay, so charity. So that's basically what I'm tackling right now. So um, making sure that everything's kind of in order, all the usernames and or not usernames, table names, table columns, and so on and so forth are um, modified accordingly. So okay, so charity manager is done. Uh-oh. Lag. Lag, why are you doing this to me? Don't lag out on me. Okay. Okay, so charity manager is done. Okay. Um, let's see. Now, nonprofit. Okay. Take care of that. There we go. Okay, and that is it for those. So, nonprofit manager is done. And other manager. Okay. There we go. And oh wait, I need to have that. There we go. Okay, so those are done. Okay, so there we go. Um, so now I should probably look into if there's like anything else on the primary keys that I should probably look in on, and then I'll start uh, looking in on uh, websites, or that I need to start like saving in the values for like web pages and notes and so on and so forth. So um, so um, um, let's see. Primary key values. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Interesting. I'm not quite sure why they had two tables added in as the primary key for that. Hmm. Okay. Okay, I don't see anything else here that I really absolutely need. Um, yeah, don't really need that. Um, let's see. Hmm. What do I need to add on here to make it work properly? Let's see. SQL not null, unique SQL primary key. Um, let's see. We'll go through the first three constraints. SQL not null, unique SQL primary key. Rest three constraints in the next article. Brief description, practical demo. Um, by default, columns are able to hold null values, and not null constraint in SQL is used to prevent inserting null values into a specific column. Considering it's not value for a column, this means you should provide a valid SQL not null value to the column. Contains two columns, ID and name, and the ID column, the version statement, the SQL not null column of constraint is enforced, considering the ID column is a mandatory column that should be provided with a valid SQL not null value. In case it's different from the name column, that can be ignored in the insert statement. Ability to provide it with a null value. Nullability is not specified while defining the column. It will accept a null value by default. Um, So first record will be inserted successfully as both the ID and name column. Insert statement for ID only. Second insert statement true. Okay. Okay. Unique constraints in SQL. Unique constraint in SQL is used to ensure that no duplicate values will be inserted into this specific column or combination of columns that are participant unique constructor and not part of the primary key. In other words, the index that is automatically created when you define a unique constraint will guarantee that new two rows in the table can have the same value. For columns participating in that index, ability to insert only one unique null value into columns if the column allows null. Um, okay. I mean, do I need to include unique with primary key, or is that something that um, is automatically taken care of? Okay, if the primary key is defined in multiple columns, you can insert duplicate values on each column individually. The combination of values of all primary key columns must be unique. Take into consideration that you can define only one primary key per each table, and it is recommended to use small or int columns as in the primary key. In addition, providing fast access to table data automatically created when defining SQL primary key when force the data uniqueness primary key is used mainly to enforce entire integrity of the table. Okay. Okay, so I don't really need the not null. If I define it as a primary key, then I don't need the not null tag. Let's see. Hmm. Okay. 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 Looks like we're okay here. We don't necessarily need to do the not null for our primary keys. So, and we're getting close to the end here of the stream here, there, folks. So I'm gonna have to kind of close everything down pretty soon. So, so don't really need these. Skip these. Skip that. That. All the primary keys. There we go. Okay. Still okay here. So now that we have the primary key being set and it automatically counts as unique and not null, then we don't necessarily need to worry about specifying those values for the primary key. So, but it's looking like we're going to need to kind of close on down here there, folks. So I'm going to go ahead and save it here. And we'll come back to this next week when I continue working on this. And now that I have access to um, the admin section, we're going to go ahead and try to tackle all that. So But yeah, that's where we're gonna go ahead and close it down for tonight. Let me go ahead and switch this over to webcam. So, um, we'll continue working our um, on the database, make sure that it's fairly up to date, and um, then once we get to a spot where we're going to be comfortable with how the database is looking, how it will be able to kind of handle any kind of like incoming data, um, we'll start tackling, uh, you know, WordPress, tackle the database associated with it, and start working on all the plugins, tackling the pages on them, the login screens, the passwords, so on and so forth, and start getting those working. So, um, uh, now typically, um, I, for anyone that is like um, that wants to kind of work on like their own style of website design and like. Now I'm using something that already has like storage elsewhere. Okay, I have that taken care of. But the thing is that um, if you're like trying to build your own website, you're gonna want to um, kind of test it out yourself before you actually like upload it. That's what I tend to recommend overall. Um, if I had my own like separate server for this or something along those lines, then that's what I would be doing. I would be testing it out on my server, making sure that, everything works the way that it should be working, and then upload to to the site here. Um, there's, I do have like, multiple different pages and what I want to kind of see and what I want to kind of do on it. But obviously, um, you know, uh, it's a little bit harder um, to kind of make them. Um, well, I mean, there should be a way for me to kind of view the pages, kind of thing, based off of what I'm kind of working on here for the most part. See them, see a mock-up of it, and then um, if if it's something that I want to actually, if it's something that I want it to kind of work, you know, based off of what I have here, um, then I don't necessarily need to worry about, um, I can make them public when they need to be public. But for now, um, what I have is very basic. So, and we'll continue working on it until it gets to the point where, uh, it's something that I can, uh, it will be of use for a lot of people. So that's the plan, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But that's where we're gonna go ahead and call it for tonight. So um, if you haven't already, go ahead and check out my application for the a stream team. Anyone that is that streams or doesn't stream are welcome to apply. Um, there's a link in the application for the Google document that basically talks about the team and what it's all about. So if it's something that you are interested in, something that you feel that you can help out with, go ahead and submit your application. I'll check it out, and if everything looks okay, then I'll send you an email concerning, you know, your entry into the team. Okay. Um, all these videos, all these streams are eventually uploaded to my YouTube channel, so feel free to check that out if you like. I got a link down below. I also have links to my Discord, my Patreon, and my Twitter account down below on my Twitch about page, as well as in the description of my YouTube videos. So feel free to check those out if you like. I got to schedule everything that I do on this channel down below. So if you're curious as to what games I play, um, coding streams that are typically yesterday on Sundays, or these Finish What I Started series, um, you're always welcome to stop on by during any one of those particular days. Say hi in the chat if you do, or don't. It's perfectly fine if you just want to lurk. Um, but I do stream daily from 2 to 6 p.m. PST, so stop on by during that time, and I'll say hi to you when you say hi back. But that's where we're gonna go and call it for the night. So, um, Jedi, big, thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. Um, sorry for the slight problematic stream cutoff there, but hopefully you're still here. If not, it's perfectly fine. I'll see you next time. But until then, take care. Have a good night. Stay healthy, stay safe, and I'll catch you strangers next time.